Tonight, more questions arise from the transitioning of the Owen King EU Hospital. The president of the Teachers Union defends himself against accusations that he is politically motivated, and the Rosehill fire victims receive support from the Taiwanese embassy. The details of these stories and more are coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good evening. It is Thursday, the 7th of March 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 News on Hot 7 TV, Flow Channel 117, also on Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Every night this week, Hot 7 News has reported comprehensively on healthcare, and tonight is no different. Hot 7 News first broke the story of leaked documents detailing the time and manner in which the Victoria Hospital will transition to the Owen King EU Hospital. Following that report, Ministry of Health officials confirmed that all services will be taken out of the Victoria Hospital. It was also confirmed that Health City Cayman will be a consultant on the transition. However, the consultancy fee has not been publicized. Today, we look at how this could potentially affect operations at certain Ministry of Health departments. Tresha Lionel has this report.
This is what we know. In a memo leaked on Tuesday, it indicated that the ministry aims to complete the physical transitioning of the OKEU at the end of March. We also know that the Cuban Eye program at Victoria Hospital will be relocated to the old Turning Point building. This also means that renovations will begin on the building in order for this service to be properly relocated. When will the work start? How long will it take? What happens to the service until works are completed? No answer yet from the authorities. The SCI clinic, also currently operating at Victoria Hospital, will be relocated to the Wellness Center in Castries. The oncology outpatient clinic will be relocated to the Mental Wellness Center in an unoccupied space. It has also been confirmed that another dialysis unit will be retrofitted at the OKEU in the division of the Turning Point. These moves have led to the question, was the Mental Wellness Center designed to deal with these medical cases? In the document leaked on Tuesday, it reads, quote, Health City Cayman will only have interest in the tertiary care facilities at the hospital. The Board of Directors will manage and oversee operations of the complex. Health City Cayman will be required to attract clients from abroad as part of a medical tourism deal, which will filter funds into our national health insurance scheme. Tertiary care includes knee replacements, rhinoplasty, and heart transplants. Where exactly will these services fit into the OKEU building? Hot 7 News has not been able to find out, but we will continue to keep you informed of these developments. I am Tresha Lionel for Hot 7 News.
The families who lost all their belongings in an ill-fated New Year's morning fire are on the receiving end of a generous donation from the Taiwanese embassy. The low-key affair came as a deeply appreciated gift for 7 households.
A low-key ceremony has taken place where the special guests were the victims of the Rosehill fire, which left 7 families homeless shortly after midnight on New Year's Day. The fire victims were presented with donations from the Taiwanese ambassador himself, Douglas Shen, as well as Castries Central MP Sarah Flood-Bobra. The minister sympathized with the residents and expressed hopes that the worst is behind them.
I hope the best of last year will be the worst of this year. So in other words, we have our hopes high, our aspirations. We're putting our best foot forward. We've made all of our resolutions in the year and we're going for it. And can you imagine what it's like to start the year on that note? So the whole of St. Lucia felt your pain and your sorrow to have started the year in that way. But when we visited, and Sharon, I remember you saying it, you know, that your family, there has to be a rebuilding right away because you cannot allow a family, a legacy to be destroyed in that way. And when I spoke to you, Andy, and I was saying, but Andy, we can help you get a house. He said, but boss, you don't understand. My whole life has gone into this. It's not about the house. My whole life, everything has gone into there. And so that it was a kind of a death, but from death comes life.
The MP said it is amazing to see how the group has gotten together, working as one to even go on to help other fire victims. She went on to thank the ambassador for his commitment towards helping the family rebuild from the ashes by donating money to each family.
We can get hampers, we can get clothing, but we do need cash to do some things. We don't have to tell people all of our business, but we need to have a little cash to take care of things that we know need to be taken care of.
Ambassador Shen said even though his nation is thousands of miles away from St. Lucia, the strong relationship that the two nations share covers every single corner of society. He said helping out was a must for him when he heard about the fire, as it felt personal.
Earlier this year, when I heard the disaster happened in Rose Hill, I feel I got to do something for our friends in Castries Central, especially, ministers of the constituency. Because talking about fire, I have a very, very terrible experience, because when I was in secondary school, my home in Taiwan suffered the same thing, fire. So I know how difficult, I know how terrible the experience was. So I discussed with my colleague. I say I got to do something for my friends in this disaster. So I can't do like Bill Gates or those millionaires do, but at least I request my Ministry Foreign Affairs in Taipei to collect some money, some cash for the victims of the Rose Hill fires.
The donation, he said, was an honor for him. As a token of appreciation, the residents gifted the ambassador with a handcrafted piece of art. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
St. Lucians have vowed that they will not rest until there is justice for St. Lucia's murdered son. While the case against his accused murderer is still unresolved, a different call to arms is being made by his family. A call for togetherness and support for the Botham Jean Foundation to honor his commitment to social change through Christian intervention.
The legacy of young, talented, socially conscious St. Lucian Botham Jean will live on not just in the hearts of those who knew and loved him, but through the tangible work of the foundation that has now been set up in his name. On Wednesday, following a briefing with local press, the family of Botham Jean officially launched the Botham Jean Foundation. His mother, Alison Jean, addressed the gathering, speaking about the mission of the foundation.
The vision for the foundation is to carry on Botham's legacy of improving the lives of people in his beloved St. Lucia and the world. And our mission is to inspire breakthroughs of rehabilitation and sustainable growth for the St. Lucian community, inspire committed relationships with Jesus Christ, and to strengthen the local and universal Church of Christ. The objectives of the foundation will be to advocate with established groups on gun control, police brutality, and racial unity. We also expect to provide scholarships to St. Lucian and Caribbean students to study at universities in the United States. We'd like to offer financial and in-kind support to the institutions that Botham was either affiliated with or showed interest in, such as the St. Lucia Boys Training Center, the Transit Home for Children, the Grosile Infant School, the Marian Home for the Elderly, the Comfort Bay Senior Citizens Home, and other institutions approved by the board.
The keynote speaker at the launching ceremony was the family's lead attorney, Lee Merritt. Merritt, a civil rights attorney, has spearheaded many high-profile cases in the U.S. where families were broken by the death of relatives at the hands of U.S. law enforcement. He used Botham's love for singing to send a message to bolster unity for social justice by using the analogy of vocal technique.
I believe we can strike a chord together that will blow away injustice wherever we find it. Like Botham, we must sing together in chorus and in unison. I believe as surely as we breathe, we can pull together everything within us, tapping deep into our reserves from our belly and press out into the world, remembering not to deviate, not to waver, but to stay the course. We must sing. And as we sing, then and only then will we be worthy of the cause, of the greatness that we have inherited from St. Lucia's native son, from Lionela's boy. Only then can we sing like Bo, and only then will we be like Bo.
Botham's uncle, Ignatius Jean, delivered a poem at the launching. It was a rousing tribute to his beloved Botham and a message of strength to all who mourn his passing.
Nou ni pou chebe, ti bolom nou an ciel, I ka di nou pa plewe, an la oud se che, ay, doudou, pa plewe kon sa, ou kay kwaze che mwen, ay, mama, pa plewe kon sa, ou kay kwaze che mwen.
The Botham Jean Foundation will be headed by Botham's sister, Elisa Finley, in the position of president. The board of directors include his dad, Bertram Jean, attorney Benjamin Crump, attorney Lee Merritt, and Todd Gentry of the Harding University, to name a few. You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Stay with us. There's much more coming up after the break. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. The president of the St. Lucia Teachers Union, Julian Monrose, is defending himself after allegations were leveled at him, calling the recently held press conference politically motivated. Tresha Lionel has more.